Welcome back. It's now time for Midday Sports.
Newly appointed CEO of Cricket West Indies, Jamaican Chris Derring, says one of the main challenges he faces in the new role is modernizing the way the sport is developed in the region. Speaking on Smile Jamaica on TVJ this morning, Derring says the development of players in the region has not changed to meet world standards.
There's no elite professional sports. Certainly no high-paying elite professional sportsman or woman that is created the same way as 50 years ago. And you then see why there's such a gap with us and our major competitive partners.
Yeah.
So it's looking at the entire production pipeline, both male and female. So for instance, 50 years ago, you would not have had the kind of women's cricket leagues around the world, West Indies women's team age group levels and so on. So all of those production pipelines have to be put in place because the women's game is growing exponentially.
Derring, who was head of the organizing committee for the 2007 Cricket World Cup in the Caribbean, also outlined his priorities not on what takes place on the field with the Windies teams, but rather how they arrive at that end result.
As CEO, I have to focus really on the process that creates the end result, which is the team. I can't be focused on that output because the truth is the real challenges that face West Indies cricket stems from the process, the production pipeline that 50 years ago would have been adequate, but certainly for the modern world, it is certainly not adequate.
Derring replaces Englishman Johnny Grave. With 3 points separating them just above the relegation zone, Molynes United and Dunbeholden FC will meet in a crucial battle in the lone Jamaica Premier League game at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex today, starting at 3. Dunbeholden are currently 9th on the table on 26 points, while Molynes United are 10th on 23, just a point above Chaperton Maroons, who occupy one of the 2 relegation spots. It's a crucial game for Molynes United, who could find themselves in the bottom 2 should they lose and the teams below them get a positive result on Thursday. Molynes have just 6 wins this season, one of which was a 2-0 result against today's opponents. Dunbeholden, in the meantime, are currently on their best run this season with 10 points from their last 12 and are unbeaten in 4 games. Champions Real Madrid will take a 3-2 advantage into their return leg tie against English champions Manchester City as they meet in a titanic battle in the UEFA Champions League playoff today at 3 p.m. The match, which will be shown live on TVJ, represents a significant moment for Pep Guardiola's Manchester City team, who at this stage are considered out of contention for the EPL title. Madrid, though, only needs a draw to advance, while a 1-goal difference in a defeat would push the game to extra time and possible penalties. In other games today, Borussia Dortmund host Sporting CP after a 3-0 first leg win. Paris Saint-Germain carry a similar 3-0 lead into their game against Brest, and PSV Eindhoven will look to overcome a 2-1 deficit when they take on Juventus at home. Finally, after 5 years away from the game, Rashana Ottar looks set to make a sensational return to regional cricket, as TVJ Sports understands that she has been named in Jamaica's squad for the upcoming Women's Regional Super 50 tournament. The medium pacer has been selected to the 14-member squad, which will be captained by Rashada Williams. The squad also includes Stefani Taylor, Jodian Morgan, Lena Scott, Abigail Bryce, Vanessa Watts, Nishan Wasom, Krishana McKenzie, Kate Wilmot, Nicole Campbell, Chedi Nation, Corinne Howell, and Selena White. The Jamaicans will open their title defense on February 24 against Trinidad and Tobago. And that's it for your Midday Sports. I'm Renardo Brown.
Thank you, Renardo. And that concludes the Midday News package. I'm Kerry-Ann Simpson. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports, and production teams, good afternoon.